a video posted by a mom influencer, aka Momfluencer.
I thought this was so disturbing.
Went massively viral the other day, getting tens of millions of views. And it started a conversation about the exploitative nature of being a mom influencer, using your kids for clicks. This is a day in the life video. I don't know exactly whose life this resembles, but she shows clips of not only herself bathing, but also her children.
It's weird.
Nothing explicit here, don't be worried, but there is something that people viewed as suggestive in the video. Let's take a look.
All right, here we go, guys.
Here she is taking them to school? I don't know. In their Range Rover.
She's wearing hot pants for some reason.
Losing at 9:10.
Change of clothes.
Matcha.
Now look at the time now. What
Now
time
the
is
kids
it?
are back from what?
What? Like daycare?
I don't
And
know.
what time is it? Isn't it like 11?
And then they're taking a bath.
It is very weird.
She's showing their clothes falling on the floor.
I mean, it's fair that it's not suggestive. It's still weird.
Yes.
I think what people found the most disturbing about the video is those clips where she's throwing the kids' clothing on the floor as they take it off.
It
and
shows
then
somebody who's
those
never
clips
been on the
where,
internet and doesn't know the danger of people on the internet.
Yeah, she also showed these clips of them in the bath but not showing anything, just the back of their heads.
Yeah.
And the caption says, "An enviable life." Obviously this is highly curated for her followers, but the question is, who are these followers? And why are they interested in seeing this type of content?
Well, what it is this type of, so I mean, not the kids stuff specifically, but somebody of an affluent means is like, that's very big on social media specifically. Like that's the whole point of like travel influencers,
I mean,
is to show you the vacation you're never going to be able to afford.
It's been a big thing forever.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a show in the 80s called Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of, for you know, what people would consider normal people to see that kind of luxurious lifestyle.
It's so luxurious. It's so
interesting.
affluent. And I think that's interesting. But what I don't understand is this timeline. Like, it starts going to school, right? And then somehow she drives them to school, but somehow they all come back on their own.
Yeah.
It's like the timeline, the math's not mathing here. Nothing's adding up. Who brought them home? The chauffeur?
Yeah, so I don't understand that. Especially, we didn't see a chauffeur. We didn't see anybody else. I don't understand drinking that early in the morning. Also, like, she looked pretty clean. Maybe on a, Saturday. But
There's a reason that I don't drink anymore.
Right,
because
that
I
makes
understood
sense.
it very well.
But I don't get also, like, she looked super put together when she left, and then we're supposed to expect that she hadn't bathed yet? Or is this like the second
That was
time she's
I need
bathing
a, she's
of
like,
the
I need a break bath. She's like, I need to
a
wind
break
down.
from what? She's done nothing. Like I don't know. I guess I don't understand the uber wealthy or what they find intriguing in life, because I would find that to be just, I mean, maybe that's a spa weekend, in which case leave your kids with the nanny. She must have 4 of them, right? Because there's 4 kids.
Yeah. Well,
Also,
I mean,
did she birth these children, or is this like a surrogate situation? Is she just paying for everything?
I wasn't able to find the woman who originally posted this because there's no watermark, but I'm just going to assume that none of this is real and it's all highly curated and planned.
Sketch Therapy says, where's the dad? The dad's the one who paid for all that. He's likely at work.
He's at work.
Yeah.
What most people were commenting on this video is that there's something unsettling about it, and they just can't place exactly what it is.
There's a lot unsettling. Yeah.
Not just the way that it makes no sense.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But
it definitely
the way
makes
that the
no
children are portrayed in it, and obviously to normal people like us, that wouldn't come off as suggestive or inappropriate at all. But to a certain faction of creepy dudes on the internet, that is definitely the kind of content that they're looking for. And as I was looking into this, I found an investigative report that the New York Times put out last year titled "The Men Who Use Instagram to Groom Child Influencers." And there are a lot of these accounts starring children who are under the age of 13. So it's against Instagram terms of service for anyone under the age of 13 to have an account. But they find this loophole by showing in the bio, this account is run by parents or managers or momagers. And there are a lot of these young girls specifically gaining a huge following on Instagram with content that is suggestive, where they're, professional gymnasts or dancers or swimmers wearing swimsuits and leotards, dancing. And these men have created their own database to find the accounts that will send them private photos separately. And one of the moms who was featured in that New York Times piece was named Elisa, who runs her daughter's Instagram account. She had been managing her daughter's Instagram since 2020, when the girl was 11 years old. The account has over 100,000 followers, and some followers pay $9.99 a month for additional photos. Of what?
that's creepy.
That's like some kind of weird, like twisted version of OnlyFans, but not saying that it is. The mom, Elisa, faced criticism and creepy messages from followers, including accusations of exploiting her daughter to attract PDF files.
Well, that is a really, really big stretch. Like that the intent is to attract people that would, hurt your child.
I mean, it doesn't sound that far-fetched to me with the amount of examples that they provided. There are moms who explicitly are trying to exploit their children for clicks, for brand deals, but also
that's one thing.
If you think
intentionally to get someone to assault their child.
No. What they're saying is that the photos are being sold to.
They know, and they know even if they're not selling photos. They know
who's watching it.
They know who's watching it because they're the ones who are reading the comments and blocking those people.
There's a 20.
David Aramond said, clip title seems to fit video. Kids go to activities, come home and clean up. They then relax after getting into comfy, cute slippers and robes. See no problems here.
I think, look, this is just one of those things where it's you can't put your finger on why it seems weird. To me, it's more that the mom is suggestively dressed and then the kids are prominently featured in the video. She gets in she's in the bath.
I think the reason you see no problem here is because you're not a PDF file.
Yeah.
I think the reason you're not picking up what she's putting down is because you're not the target demographic for this type of content. And there are countless examples of these little girl, like famous child influencers. And when you look at their page, obviously, if you're not twisted in the mind, you don't interpret it sexually. But
maybe Instagram
you can still
was a
see what's intended behind those posts and who it's really intended for. And there is actually an entire database that has been compiled by those creepy men online to look for accounts like this and detail which ones are willing to send you photos for extra money. There are creeps everywhere, and I'm glad that none of us are included in that group of people, but it's more common than you might think. There is a Telegram chat room that the New York Times investigated, and they found men were treating children's Instagram pages as subscription services and put them together in menus. They trade information about parents who are considered receptive to producing and selling private images. A group with more than 4,000 members was highly organized with an FAQ page, a Google Sheet that tracked nearly 700 children, identifying them by hashtags to help members find them within the long chat history. The group's logo showed a child's hand in an adult hand.
Good Lord.
That's really gross.
So I'm not saying that this momfluencer in particular is guilty of what they're talking about here, which is far more sinister.
Yes.
But I do think there's just something sinister about it in general.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I
Even if
mean-
you don't think that there's the risk there, if you're so naive that you don't see the risks, that's still a reality of what you're doing. And I even follow an influencer who happens to be a mom. I wouldn't necessarily call her a momfluencer, but she posted lots of pictures of her kids because obviously, you know, as a parent, you think that your kids are so adorable, you want to share it with the world. But then she realized that some pictures of her children were ending up on these sketchy Facebook pages being listed with different names as if they were up for adoption, literally.
Putting
that's so
pictures of your
creepy.
children, like especially small children, on the internet is literally the dumbest thing you
It's
can
really
do.
bad.
If you have any thought about security for you and your family, putting the most valuable thing that is in your life, and the most vulnerable thing that's in your life on the internet for predators to see is the most idiotic thing you can do. Like there's a reason that, you know, people put like the little stickers and stuff above their kids' faces, and that's smart. You probably shouldn't
Yeah.
put pictures of your kids up there at all, but putting pictures of putting the stickers above their faces is smart. I mean, women put stickers over their feet because of creeps.
I was just gonna
for
say,
God's sake, like
I remember when I found out about that whole feet online thing,
It's
and
unreal.
I was horrified. Yeah.
I mean,
But the thing with kids too is parents don't know. They just want to, like, you know, some
Yeah.
parents don't know. They just want to, like,
I
like
think,
I did that. I shared pictures of my son, and then after I moved into like this industry, I put everything on private, took everything down. I was
yeah,
like, there's
I would never.
no.
I mean, granted, I've been in the public eye for a long time, so like, you know,
Yeah,
that's kind
I
of.
mean, it used to be a normal thing to put pictures of your kid on Facebook because you'd be sharing it with like your mom and your
Yeah.
aunts and your cousins who live across the country that you don't see that often.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, now there's just Facebook is weirder than it was, and it's just there's so many predators out there. You have no idea.
Yeah, I wouldn't put any pictures of children.
No,
My
I don't
kids
even put like on my Instagram. I barely ever put pictures of friends. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I only put pictures of friends and associates that are like in the industry as well. Otherwise, I just leave everybody alone.
Also, like a lot of work went into making this, which is just like there's like the overhead shot of them getting into the car. I'm like, did she like set her phone up on a tripod and then run back upstairs
who's
to go
shooting
get it?
it?
Are
Well,
the kids gonna be late for school?
The production level on it is definitely uncanny, but it's because that video is a brand deal. Okay, she was clearly displaying products on the
like
counter.
what, like the car and the matcha.
it could
and
be
the
it could be the car.
Sephora
It could be the Tiffany and Co. cup that she was drinking out of. It could be the products that she showed.
You're good. I
during
didn't even
bath
notice
time.
any of those things.
The robes, the slippers. She could have
Well, at the very
multiple
least,
brand
any
deals
of the, any
in
of
this
the
video
products that
alone.
had individual shots that show her like using them.
But
Absolutely.
in most of these examples, I'm sure that these parents are just naive. In others, of course, there are going to be some messed up people who make suggestive content, including their children, on purpose. Or there are some that are in between who see that their child has a following and they see the creeps as a necessary cost to the lifestyle it provides.
But they're taking all of their kids' money. They're like, when they're pimping out their kids on social media, the parents take that money. So there's very few states that have laws in place that require parents to put that money aside, like it does for, you know,
California
Hollywood
just
stars.
put
Yeah,
something in
Hollywood
place like
does.
that. There was like memes going around. It's like, why our family is picking up and moving to Texas. Like they're going to make content out of the fact that they're leaving California so they don't have to give
Gee,
their
I
kids
wonder
any of the
why.
money.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that's really disturbing
Yeah.
that that's what they do. I mean,
as bad
you
as
should
Hollywood
not be,
is,
you
there's
should
at
not be
least-
like, yeah,
Yeah.
there's some safeguards. I mean, Macaulay Culkin thought of that, right?
So
his lawsuits.
It's like I said, it's disturbing, but you can't really put a finger on it. Though I think the top comment on that post said that it wasn't anything like that. It said it's disturbing because that level of wealth should be off limits when there's a genocide going on in Gaza.
Oh,
that was
God,
the top comment.
Well, that's
Oh
the
my
real
goodness.
moral
That's
of the
the real
story
moral.
here.
That wasn't
that was a
no.
comment. Yeah, absolutely.
No.
Yeah, absolutely. It was the
Oh
top
my
comment.
God! See, I hate that person more than the person that put up the video.
Oh yeah, the comment you're referring to says, "Sorry, love your stuff, but this is ridiculous. In a world where people in Gaza are starving and freezing, this is just obscene to celebrate."
I hate those people so much.
All right.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.